Now this is the next part of the vector calculus of BTech semester first, and we discuss in this video when a vector is solenoidal and when a vector is irrotational. I discuss all these things and some more things along with you in this video. Now I am going to start the video. What is the condition when any vector is solenoidal? How can we prove that whether the vector is solenoidal or not? For example, we have a question. We have a vector x plus 3y I, then plus y minus 3z j plus x minus 2z k, and we have to see whether this vector is solenoidal or not. To check whether any vector is solenoidal or not, we find the dot product of the vector. That is, we find divergence of the vector. When the divergence of any vector is 0, then that vector is solenoidal. Now, how can you solve it? You just write the whole vector x plus 3y I, then y minus 3z j plus x minus 2z k. Now multiply the whole of this given vector with the factor I d of dx j d of dy k d of dz. That is, you have to find the dot product, that is the scalar product of the vector, and in the same time you have to differentiate it. You have to differentiate the vectors. So firstly multiply it. So I dot I is 1. So what we have, x plus 3y d of dx, then y minus 3z, you just write this vector, okay, then d of dy, then x minus 2z d of dz. Simply just remove I, j and k from the vector. After that, just differentiate it. Now this is x, so here we have 1. Now this is y. When we differentiate it, it is 0. Then differentiate with respect to y, we have 1 minus 0 because it is z. Now we differentiate this one with respect to z, so it is 0 and it is minus 2. So overall we have 2 minus 2, which is equal to 0. So whenever divergence of any vector is equal to 0, then that vector is solenoidal. And how will you find the divergence? How will you find the curl? I also made one separate video for that. You can check it in the playlist named BTech Mathematics. One thing more, remember again, you just multiply the given vector with I dx j dy k dz. Okay, and in the first step you remove I j k from the given vector. Simply, after that you just differentiate the given elements and you will get the answer. If answer is 0, then the given vector is solenoidal. Now I am shifting to tell you how will you find whether the given vector is irrotational or rotational. Now we study how we find out that whether any vector is irrotational or rotational. That is, whether any vector is irrotational or not. For any vector, that vector is irrotational, then curl of a vector must be 0. Then the vector is irrotational. That means this of vector is 0, then the vector is irrotational. Now we learn how will we do that type of questions and how will we find whether that vector is irrotational. Now for example, we have this vector b is equal to y plus zi plus z plus x into j, x plus y into k. This is the vector. Now, in order to find curl of the vector, we write in the determinant form I, j, k, d by dx, d by dy, d by dz. Now the vectors y plus z, z plus x, x plus y. Okay. Now we solve this matrix and find whether its answer is 0 or not. So just remember, in order to find the irrotational vector, we have to find the curl of that vector. So we write over here I d by dy into x plus y. X plus y d by dy minus then z plus x d by dz. Clear? Now note one thing. Whenever you write the second term, that is j, you put minus j over here. Then this is j and the box is d by dx and x plus y. D by dx. Then minus d by dz and y plus z. Bracket close, then k. For the k we have d by dx, z plus x, then we have d by dy, y plus z. Okay. Now we solve all of them and we get, when we differentiate x, it is 0. When y, it is 1. So we have 1 minus, over here for the z we have 1 and for the x we have 0. So we left over with this, then minus j. Now with respect to x plus y dx, then for the x we have 1, for the y we have 0. That is we get 1. Now here for dz we have y0, then z is 1. Now moving to the k, well, it is dx, so it is 0, it is 1. And for here we have 1 again. So we easily saw we get I dot 0, j dot 0 and k dot 0. That means overall its answer is 0. That means curl of the vector v is 0. So it is irrotational vector. Now we learn how to find the scalar potential of any given vector. Now watch the question. We have this vector and we have to find the scalar potential. In order to find the scalar potential, we just write the whole vector as it is. Z plus x, j, x plus y, k. After that, we multiply the whole vector with I dx, j dy and k dz. Here we don't differentiate. Okay? We write side by side, dx, dy, dz. Now, when we find the dot product of both the given quantities, we get y plus z. Now here we have dx. I 1. That is I square is 1. Then z plus x dy, x plus y dz. You can either integrate with, or you can also do one step, because dx means you have to integrate all the functions here, all the elements. So listen one thing, if you have 1 by dx, it means you have to differentiate. But if you have dx, you have to integrate. This is a very silly thing, but sometimes you people get confused in both of these. That's why I just noted it down. Okay, so here we have dx, so we have to integrate them. Don't put these signs. Okay, that means we have to integrate. Before integrating, you can also resolve it like this, so that there should be no mistake. Your answer should be always right. Then y dz. Now separately you integrate all of them. Now it's become so easy. Don't skip the video, because after that I will take one more question on scalar potential that is a little bit difficult. Okay, now here dx. No, there's no element of x, only y is there. That means we take y as a constant value, and when we integrate, we get xy. Similarly, here we get zx. Here we get zy. Because these elements are taken as constants. Here we get xy, then xz, then yz. Okay. Now you can observe here, this is xy, this is xy. That means 2xy. Then 2 times zx, 2 times yz. That means overall we have 2 times xy, yz and zx. This is the scalar potential of the given